Shalom, call Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And a sincere shalom to the 144,001 So, as it is written, pride, all right, comes before the downfall. And these Edomites have been the most prideful nation of people that the Most High Yahweh has created. All right. And they're proud in their wickedness and the conquering of the Lord's people and taking the Lord's Yahweh's pit. All right. Which is Jerusalem, which is the land of Israel. And these devils are going to fall. There's going to be a steep place they fall from. These devils are going to have the greatest fall that mankind has ever seen. And they think, these Edomites think that they're not going to fall. They think they're going to dwell, be on top of Jake, be on top of the other heathen forever. But that goes against prophecy. Let's get that. Then I'll head back to Amos, the 9th chapter. Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, who is this his? The Edomites. The number of his months are with thee, who is thee? Yahweh. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. What is his bounds? His perimeter, how far he can go, right? You have an NBA court, football field, soccer pitch. What do you call it when you go out of the designated area? Out of bounds, right? So this devil has bounds that he cannot pass. And his finale is going to be this MOTB in World War III. And then after that, he's done, all right? He's going to go back to being the Edomites, all right? And what I mean by that is being called the Edomites and going to captivity, all right? They're going to know that they're Edomites, not so-called white, European, American, Canadian. No, it's going to be Esau, Edom, okay? Now let's get back to Amos, the 9th chapter. And it reads, all right, God's judgment unavoidable. I saw Yahweh standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. All right, so you're not going to escape judgment. You're not going to be able to hide out somewhere and think that the Most High Yahweh can't get you. All right, Yahweh is he created everything. He created the logic of trying to avoid the concept of avoiding something comes from Yahweh. You understand? It's not a concept that you created. It's not something man-made. So you can't surpass somebody that created a concept that you're using. Okay? Verse 2. Though they dig into hell, what is this going into? Is this talking about them digging into a spiritual realm where spirits are burning? No. All right. This is talking about what? The earth, right? The dirt. Why? Because that's where people are buried at. All right. Let's go into that word hell there in the concordance. And what is it going to? All right. The grave. Okay. So what is the grave? All right. The dirt. Okay. And what is this talking about digging into hell when it talks about when you read the scripture? What is it talking about? Them trying to run and hide. So how are they hiding when they dig into hell? This is going into these bunkers. All right. These DUMBs, deep underground military bases. Okay. Though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, why? These space, the ISS, International Space Station, okay? There's a lot of stuff Esau's doing up above, where we dwell at, where we walk on the surface of the earth. He's up there setting up bunkers, setting up places to hide out when this chaos commences. Thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command a serpent, and he shall bite them. So guess what? You can't escape. And this is the downfall of the proud, which is what you Edomites. You're not going to be able to escape with your dumbs, your ISS, your mountain retreats, all your underwater bunkers. They showed them off, underwater bunkers. I mean, they didn't call it a bunker, but they called it what? Hotels and laboratories and whatnot. I seen this company. I did it. Salaki, it's I did it a couple months ago, where it shows a mega yacht. So you got different type of yachts. You got the regular yachts, then you got a super yacht, then you have a mega yacht. So the mega yacht are the yachts that cost, $300 million, $400 million, pretty much the size of a luxury cruise ship. Esau got money like that to afford these types of vessels. And it was this mega yacht that also turned into a submarine. Yeah. And it cost, I think it was like $2.4 billion or something like that for this yacht. And it had all this crazy protections, and you could live on it, and it could stay underwater for X amount of time. It could stay at sea for X amount of time. Just go on my channel and type in mega yacht or something like that. It'll pop up. So this is Proverbs 16 and the 16th chapter. And I'm going to start at verse 16. How much better is it to gain wisdom than gold? Yeah, wisdom surpasses wealth, right? And this is King Solomon that wrote this. And King Solomon was very wealthy. And he was very wise. He had both. And guess what he said? Wisdom over wealth, a.k.a. gold. Because gold is true money. And to get understanding, rather to be chosen than silver. So yeah, what is the wisdom and understanding? The scriptures. That's what he's referring to. That's what this is being referred to, is the blessing to understand these scriptures. Verse 17. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. So Jake, all right, the Israelites is what? We're supposed to depart from evil. And Yahweh's going to force his people to depart from evil with the new bodies. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul. Yeah, and the Edomites are the opposite of this. Verse 18, here's the main point. Verse 18, pride goeth before destruction. And you so-called white people have been immensely, exponentially, profoundly proud. And guess what? Your fall is going to mimic how you've been with your pride. It's going to be immense. And a haughty spirit before a fall. And haughty is just going into being, puffed up, boastful, braggadocious, right? And that's how you Edomites been. And guess what? You're falling now because all what you was proud about, like, yeah, we got you ninjas, right? We're mocking you ninjas and all this other stuff, mocking Gad and so on and so forth, right? But now all that is shameful spewing. All right. Verse 19, better is it to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. Yes, it's better to dwell with the hopeful elect than to be in this world. So let's get this right here. What was I referring to? It slipped my mind. Oh man, it just went away. If it comes back, I'll go to it. But it was a scripture I was thinking about. Let's go to Ottawa Ratazah. It does come back. Let's go to Proverbs 20 to 29th chapter and verse 23. A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. So guess what? You're not supposed to be puffed up. All right. You're supposed to be in fear of Yahweh and do what you need to be doing. Not being a demon like Esau and the rest of the people that follow after his wine, that's drunk off his wine. Let's go to Psalms 37 chapter and verse 13. Verse 11. But the meek shall inherit the earth, the Israelites, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. Yeah, we're going to be all righteous, all powerful, and we're going to have the earth in order. We're going to put the earth back in order. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. Yahweh shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. So you Edomites, all right, your bounds that you cannot, right, the bounds that you cannot go around, all right, roughly paraphrasing that I read in Job, 14th chapter. You can't pass up those bounds. Your day is marked, whether you believe it or not. And it doesn't matter to us if you don't believe the scriptures, because it's not going to upset prophecy. Let's go to Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, and verse 31. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith Yahweh of hosts. For the day is come, that the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. So this is what's coming. And if you read the whole scripture, and you're keen on prophecy, this is talking about the Edomites, the daughter of Babylon. This is talking about Esau. All right. So Adawan Ratazah, this is edifying. Shalom.